welcome to Bitesize Piano. I'm Francesca and welcome to the channel if you're brand new here. In today's video I'm going to give you some tips and advice on how to accompany yourself on the piano whilst singing. So this is good if you've never done this before. I'm going to teach you a few very basic chords and then I'm going to give you 3 examples, so just excerpts from songs that you should know and how I would go about playing and singing those at the same time. So go check the description, there's a ton of information there, links to my website and links to other tutorials that are relevant to this one as well. If you're brand new here, welcome, and why not consider subscribing to Bitesize Piano. I put multiple videos out every single week on all sorts of different things, so piano tutorials, like theory-based videos, just tips and advice, and just other bits and bobs. If you would like to request a piano tutorial from me on whatever topic you would like to know more information from, watch to the end of the video where there is very specific instructions on how to do that. So now we're going to go over to the piano. So here we are at the piano. If you don't know any chords or you have little knowledge of chords, I'm going to teach you some very basic ones, and we're going to be using both hands. So all these chords will consist of just 2 notes in the right hand, and then you're going to be following the lowest note in the left hand. It's called the root note, so like this. So you're going to maintain this hand position. So you're going to be playing in what's called fifths, because the notes are 5 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So including the 3rd note in there makes it either sound major or minor, but taking the 3rd note out leaves it as a more neutral sounding chord. So you don't need to worry about the major and minor aspects of it. And obviously positioning 3 fingers is that slightly bit trickier as well, whereas just worrying about where your 1 and 5 fingers sort of naturally lie, that will be a bit easier for you, particularly if you're going to sing at the same time. So here's C, assuming that you know a bit about the notes, the names of the notes on the piano. So we have C and G. You're going to lock your hand in that position. D and A. Move it up again. E and B. F and C. G and D. And A and E. B is always the odd one out. So we're not going to bother with B, so we're just going to be using a C chord, D chord, E chord, F chord, G chord, and A chord. So in the left hand, we practice playing that in the left hand. So you're going to be just following the root notes there. So let's play it together. Move your left hand up. You could go over with your finger like that. So already it's sounding a bit more full. These are the chords that I'm going to be using today, and I'm just going to give you 3 different examples of just lines from a song, from 3 different songs, so hopefully you should know at least one of them. I'm going to show you how to read and interpret sort of basic chord symbols that run along top of lyrics. So I have listed all of these songs that we're going to look at today, the full chords with the lyrics, in the description. On the screen now, so the first song we're going to have a look at is just a section of Lost Boy by Ruth B, just sort of like the first part of the chorus. The chords we need are an E, it's an E minor, but again we're not worrying about major or minor, we're just playing neutral 5th chords. And then a G chord, and then a C chord, or you could go down to a C chord, and then back up to a G. So it's only 3 chords. So we have in the left hand, they're the only chords that you need. And we're just going to hold them down like that. So you should be able to see where the chords are lined up with the vocals, with what she's singing. So if I demonstrate that now. I am a lost boy from never Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we'll play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. So there I was just holding down the chords once. And then when you feel comfortable just playing the chords once and just sustaining them, you can then have a go at playing them a couple of times. So like this. So you could play the chord but keep the left hand down and play the chord a second time in the right hand. So I'm going to do that instead. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we'll play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. So that's the first example of how to accompany yourself with a fairly basic song. So the next song we're going to look at is another steady one. We're going to do Let It Be by the Beatles. So everyone should know this one. So the chords we're going to need is a C, a G, an A, and then an F. And we're just going to be looking at the first verse. So on the screen now are all the lyrics with the chords that we're going to use in line with where the vocals are. So again, this is linked in the description below. You can see the full song if you want to. So we're first just going to, as we did before, hold the chords down when you see the chord in line with the word. So we're going to do that first, but the vocals come in beforehand. So, when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. I know at the end that there is actually So if you'd like to learn the full song, the tutorial for this is linked in the description below. But again, we're just simplifying it today, so you can sing along to it if you're not used to doing that. So now I'm going to play it twice each time, which is actually what's happening in the song. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So that is just showing you an example of Let It Be by the Beatles. So the last song we're going to look at is Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. So this is actually the same few chords all the way through. So we'll look at the chords that we need. So it's a C, and then move up one to D, and then move up one to G. No, E. And then we do need a G in there as well for like the last bit. So on the screen now is the section we're going to look at today with the vocals, and then of course all of the chords that we need are in line with the lyrics. So this one is a bit slightly different because a lot of the time the chords are being sung the same time as the lyrics. I've been watching you for some time, can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. So these chords aren't being played twice, it's just quite quick. So this one's a little bit more unique out of the three of them that we've looked at. And then the next section. Burning cities and napalm skies, 15 flares inside those ocean eyes, your ocean eyes. So again, all of the songs we have looked at today, the full tutorials are linked in the description, as is the full chords and lyrics, which is over on my website, bitesizepiano.co.uk, and the specific links are linked down below. So that concludes the tutorial. I hope that you have enjoyed it and that it's been useful. In order to request a piano tutorial, you do need to be subscribed and you need to click on this video, which takes you through to my official request space. All requests are noted and considered. Make sure to hit the notifications bell because your request could be coming up soon. I will see you in the next one.